Hello and welcome back to another Demis Hellen tutorial. We're in Synthmaster 1 today and we're going to look through the Euphoric Trance pack that is available on my website right now. Link is always in the description and it's the first link that you will come to. The focus of this video today is looking through the Euphoric Trance pack that is available on my website, which is in the first link in the description, or via the Synthmaster 1 store. I want to share my personal favourite presets that I've created for Euphoric Trance pack. And I'm going to demonstrate this using the lead, bass, melody and pad setup that we have here. This is also MIDI that is available that comes with the pack once you've purchased and downloaded. So we're using some of that MIDI and we're going to pick out some of my favourites. And before we begin, I just want to show you that we have no inserts on here. We have no sends on here either. No EQ and standard routing straight through to the end of the mixer. These presets have been designed to work together and to help start generating ideas and building up a nice sound. So here are some of my personal favourites. So the first thing we have is the chords. All of them are loaded with the first preset here, which is the ARP Infinite. The first things first, we are going to go down to leads and I'm going to pick out Palm Beach, which is one of my favourites, especially when the filter is closed. It has that nice, easy on the ears, progressive feel. And there we have it. So now how easy is it to slot a bass in there? So we're going to solo the bass and this is the bass we're working with. And my personal favourite out of the basses, other than the lately bass, is the Orion 2. It has a really nice texture to it and it just fits straight away with the personality of this chord sequence. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit just to match the volumes. And there we have it, that is the bass. And then on a melody, this is just the bass, again following the same sequence, an octave up and has offbeat motions. And for this, we are going to use a pluck, and we're going to use Canyon Cygnus, that's the one. And finally, we're going to pick the pads out here and we're going to jump in. Now there's two that I like to choose between. It depends on the track, so I'll show you the first one and then the one that we're actually going to use here. And for this, we're going to use Single Soul here. And this is one of the presets that has a nice personal feel to it. It's not got a ton of depth, but it just works. And there's a little bit of movement in there to give a bit of interest as well. But the one that we want to use is Southern, the one below it, and it has a little bit more character and has a bit more width in it as well. Go back in, turn that down a little bit. So you can see all four of those sounds, I've just loaded them in and just changed the volumes and that is it. So the melody is to be desired, but we could throw that up an octave so it's a little bit more distant and start adding some reverb in there. And I've given you the option to increase your own reverbs and things, so everything's quite subtle on most of the presets, giving you the choice to increase that reverb or delay intensity on the sound within Synthmaster 1, or to do it via some third-party plugins, and to keep it as dry as possible really, so you've got that option to blend it into your track better without being influenced from the beginning. Now I would like to turn your attention to some of the sequences, so we'll load a separate instance of Synthmaster 1 here, and we'll drag this down and we'll make this pink so we know that it's separate from the rest of the tutorial here. And before we get going on some of the presets, I have added a section here as well so we can listen to the arpeggiated sequences across a chord scheme. So going here, arp infinite, we have a singular note arp here, so this one sounds like this. Got a really nice sound. Then we have rhythm filler, which can be used as a bass, so we could lower that down and add some groove into the bass. Or add it as a nice arpeggiated filler. And the same with arp squared, but a different pattern. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think all the rest of them are singular arpeggios here. So Tensity here. We have the rush. And we have Ursa. And this is another cross here for use with chords. You'll recognise that from the demo video that I use. And the sequences are a little bit different, so we're back on the singular line there, and we're going to jump up to Acid Nuts 1, which sounds like this. Technically this should be an octave lower, so I'll just drop the octave here. You can hear there we've got some nice acid sound, and then the second version of that is roughly the same, different pattern, and has a little bit more texture in it. It's not as straightforward. And again, if we drop that down an octave, it has tons of character and can get you really started off there, and the arpeggiator can be turned off so you can make your own patterns and things like that. That's all very doable. Bounce bass. Again, let's drop these one octave. Plenty of rhythm and low end, and lots of white noise when you open the filter. Then we have energy. Euphoric times, which is one of my favourites. And then we have mid-roll bass. Again, these all should be one octave down, so we could technically just drop this instead of keep dropping the octaves. Mid-roll bass 2. Phased out, which works really well one octave up. The runner. And finally, Trojan Horse. This was one of the last presets I made, and it's one of my favourites in the sequences. you're blessed with some of the acids there as well. And the good thing about this, because we have a note on the first one, we can utilize that system where the ARP is playing, and then we can add some extra notes in like that. So we can really manipulate it and keep the arpeggio running, and that's the reason that I designed that one, because it just sounded really organic as well. And combine that with some automation from the mod wheel as well to open the filter, you'll start to get some really nice effects. Okay, so that is just a handful of the presets. I am really proud of the pack. Synthmaster 1 is one of the best sounding synths that I've got in my collection right now in terms of getting really quick, easy, organic results. The sounds that you can create in a matter of seconds on Synthmaster 1 beat any other synth that I'm currently using. There's a lot of things that you have to go through to start designing things that are a little bit more organic and have that warmth, texture, that analog feel. Synthmaster 1 just throws it straight at you and says, there you go, that's what you've got. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and let me know down in the comments. Feel free to start a discussion. That's what it's there for, and I'll always get back to everybody. And finally, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. The bell icon will let you... Hitting that bell icon will let you see every upload that I put up, giving you the chance to see the videos straight away as soon as they are uploaded. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.